Hi, it's Renee and I'm back. And thank you so much for watching and sticking with these videos. And I do hope that you have been doing the exercises as they go, because that's how you'll keep on track of things and really put them into practice, because most of our learning comes from the actual doing and the participating. Because I heard a wise guy called Kurik Ashley recently say that the only way to fail in life is to fully participate. And I wonder how you can incorporate that quote into what you're thinking about right now. Because sometimes, like, as I've said with the relationship high school thing, sometimes we really need to be taught all this stuff before, you know, maybe this should be taught so much in high school. But you're here watching it now and you're taking the time to listen to me on your device or your computer, and hopefully sharing this with your partner. And there's some new learnings and aha moments coming through. I really hope so. These next questions are really straight up and important. And these are what I ask everybody that I work with straight up when we're in session. Is it worth saving the marriage? And is it worth being married to that person? Now, again, this is delving deeper, as I said that we would, because that's how I'm going to give you the most valuable information right now so that you have some clarity on what to do next. And what to do next can be really confronting, and it can come, you might be afraid to reach out to me. But as you can see, and hopefully you'll find, I'm not too scary. I'm here. What you see is what you get. And that's why I'm doing these little videos, just going with the flow as such. And it doesn't matter if I stumble, because I'm human too. I just want to give you the absolute, my heart right now, and everything I can to help you stop your divorce, if that's where it's at, or help you stop the conflict, whatever it is you need. So when we say, is it worth saving? Sometimes I do get questioned. I ask people this, if they've not been together for that long and there's already troubles in paradise. Because sometimes we do get swept away. And sometimes those, you know, the chemistry, that those butterflies in the belly, that maybe they're actually a warning sign. When I've spoken to psychologists about this, they've said to me that they, in a psychology term, it's called schemas. And our beautiful unconscious mind. Now, I haven't mentioned this to you before, but, and I'm not sure if you're aware of the conscious and unconscious brains and minds. So let me just give you this example for now. So wherever you're sitting in a room, there's a big room you're in right now. Just imagine that that is your unconscious brain, that room that you're sitting in. Or maybe just look down at the table and see the size of that table. And that's your unconscious brain. And if you're looking in the room, imagine that, say, either a pillow that's in the room, like a cushion on the couch, that's the conscious brain. Or maybe if you're looking down at a table, your coffee table, and there's a book or a magazine on the coffee table, that's your conscious brain. So from this exercise, you can see the conscious brain is the bigger one. I'm saying the unconscious brain is the bigger one. So which part of us do you think is driving us most of the time? Is it the conscious brain? And the conscious brain is the fact that you're aware that you're listening and watching to me right now. You can hear my voice. That's what's happening consciously. And unconsciously, things become like when you're sleeping at night. You know, do you tell your heart to breathe, or your heart to pump, and your lungs to breathe? We don't do that, do we? It just happens automatically. It's like getting in the car and driving. Well, you don't really have to think about that anymore. You just do it. So that's our unconscious brain just doing the do. And that unconscious brain controls so much, as you can see, of our behavior and what it takes in. So, and then know that the unconscious brain's prime directive is to keep you safe. And I may digress a bit more, so I'll just try to come back on path now with these last questions. Often with these questions too, I want you to trust that intuitive, that instinct feeling. And start to really tune into that to know where's the answer. And what does it feel like with these questions? Does it feel constricting to save the marriage? Do you like go inwards like this when you think about being married to this person? Is it worth it? Or if you stand there and go, is it worth saving? And you'll expand and you'll just go, yes, okay, that's my body telling me, yes, it is worth it. Yes, it's worth being married to this person. But if you ask those questions and you're going in, maybe that's your intuition or instinct telling you, maybe not. Time to start trusting yourself. Because again, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not going to do that because that wouldn't be helpful. Because we as an individual have to take responsibility for where we are and those questions. So as I said before, if you're in a new relationship or thinking about even getting into a relationship and there's early signs, those schemas I was talking about that run the unconscious, can sometimes be that it's your bad stuff and his bad stuff, or, you know, and vice versa. Getting together and going, hey, let's mug things up. Because I've heard many a relationship that started on fire and just gone through the roof from the get-go. And it hasn't lasted. Yep, they can't think of the other person. They can't stop thinking about the other person. They're not even sleeping at night because they can't stop thinking about this person because it seems so exciting. Because maybe this person has come along as their savior, their rescuer, their knight in shining armor. Or it's the woman that everyone she's been looking for. But I'm just asking you to pause and consider what's really going on. Because sometimes things that go up that fast come down that fast. We've seen it on Facebook of, you know, friends and Facebook contacts. Oh my God, I met the love of my life. Moved into state. The best thing ever. Photos everywhere of how amazing things are. And we're just doing all this great life stuff together. And, you know, it's only... maybe it's 9 months, 6 months later, maybe it's a bit longer that it all comes crashing down and there's nothing to be seen anymore. So just ask yourself those questions. If it's only new and there's already signs of trouble in paradise, maybe it's just wasn't meant to be. You know, I had a girlfriend a long time ago, love her dearly, and had the worst proposal. 6 weeks after their marriage, he had cheated on her. Now there's a good story from that too, because she then went around the world and travelled and is now living in Africa and has an amazing relationship. Her life is incredible. So things do happen for a reason. But again, maybe how things start is not how they're going to continue either. So just ask yourself those questions. And if you don't have children, maybe they're really important questions to really consider. Is it worth it? They might be really hard, confronting questions, but sometimes they're exactly what you need to think about. And I want you to think about too, an ongoing relationship if you do have children, because you will have a relationship whether you decide to stay or go. And more importantly, if you go, there's still that relationship. So just think about what is it really worth? And only you know that answer. And I'll be back with the next video soon.